You probably won't survive this one without yelling at the screen. So brace yourself. Seriously, I'm not kidding, this one will test your blood pressure. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And while you're at it, drop your location and local time in the comments. I love knowing where everyone's watching from. All right, let's dive in. Simone Rafferty thinks she's finally made it. At 44, after 2 decades grinding spreadsheets as a financial analyst in Dallas, she's standing on the porch of her very first HOA, a perfect little 2-story in a quiet Plano, Texas subdivision. Manicured lawns, wide streets, that elusive balance of peace and convenience. She exhales, letting the scent of freshly cut grass and faint sprinkler mist wash over her. This is it. Her dream home. Her daughter Camille, home from college, struggles to wrangle a lamp through the front door, laughing as she shouts, "Mom, this house better come with free Wi-Fi, or I'm moving back to Dallas." Simone smiles, soaking in the chaos of stacked boxes and loud joy. It's been years since she's felt this kind of hope, but something nags her at the edges. Curtains twitch across the street. A man walking his dog slows, stares a little too long, and offers a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes. And then there's her, Lorraine Pickford, early 60s, sharp features, a perpetual frown like someone stole her casserole dish in '87 and she never recovered. Always carrying a clipboard, the suburban Excalibur. Simone tries to wave one afternoon. Lorraine pivots and speed walks away. Subtle, right? Historians still argue whether HOA clipboards evolved as tools of community order or weapons of mass micromanagement. But here's what's certain. Lorraine wields hers like a badge. Within days, Simone notices patterns. Lorraine scribbling at the edge of her driveway, pausing to glare when Simone parks slightly off-center, even jotting notes when Camille leaves porch lights on overnight. Simone shrugged it off. Every neighborhood has a Karen. She tells Camille, just not ignore her. But then Sunday comes. Grocery bags in hand, Simone sets them on her porch. Across the street, Lorraine marches toward her like a prosecutor heading for the jury box, heels clipping the concrete like gavel strikes. "You need to leave this property," Lorraine barks. Simone blinks, laughing softly, thinking she misheard. "I am sorry, this is private property," Lorraine insists. Chin high. "Homeowners only. You don't live here." And just like that, Simone realizes this isn't about porch lights or recycling bins. This is personal. Camille leans out from upstairs, earbuds dangling, curiosity etched across her face. "Mom, what's going on?" Before Simone can answer, Lorraine spins toward her, voice loud enough to echo off every mailbox on Stratford Drive. "This woman is trespassing." Neighbors emerge like prairie dogs. Richard Hanley, the sweet retired engineer 2 doors down, pauses on his porch, arms crossed. Paula Jennings edges out of her driveway, phone in hand. Even a teenager on a bike slows, grinning like he just stumbled on a live reality TV. Simone's patience wavers, but she steadies herself. "I own this house. Sign the papers. Got the keys. Want me to unlock the door for you?" Lorraine's lips curl. Anyone can print papers. Forgery's easy these days. Camille gasps. "Are you serious right now?" Simone exhales, jaw tightening. "Enough. Step back, Lorraine." But Lorraine raises her phone like she's summoning divine HOA judgment. "I'm calling the police." 15 minutes later, red and blue lights dance across Simone's freshly painted walls. 2 Plano police officers step up, one older and calm, the other younger and resting a casual hand on his belt. "Mom," the older one begins, "we got a report of a possible illegal occupancy here." Simone lets out a bitter laugh. "Illegal occupancy? Watch this." She spreads her deed, mortgage documents, and utility bills across the dining table like a poker player laying down a royal flush. The younger officer scans them, nodding. It's all legit. Outside, Lorraine shouts from across the street. "She forged it." The older cop steps onto the porch, voice raised. "Mom, Miss Rafferty owns this home. Case closed." Lorraine freezes, clipboard clutched to her chest like a life vest on the Titanic. Camille mutters, "Checkmate," just loud enough for the neighbors to hear. A ripple of muffled laughter travels through the small crowd. That night, Simone thinks it's over. Spoiler, it's not even close. By Tuesday, a flyer hits everyone's mailbox, an emergency HOA meeting called by Lorraine herself. Subject line, "Community standards under threat." The neighborhood's buzzing. Half whisper support for Simone. The other half mutter she brought drama. Thursday evening, the community center feels like a courtroom. Folding chairs packed, phones recording, gossip buzzing like fluorescent lights overhead. Camille clutches Simone's arm as Paula whispers, You've got this. Lorraine stands at the podium, voice sharp as glass. We must discuss the questionable occupancy of Stratford Drive. Simone walks to the front, heels clicking like drum beats. She spreads her documents across the podium again. Calm. Steady. I'm the legal homeowner, and I will not be bullied. Historians still argue whether this was the precise moment Lorraine lost control or if it came seconds later. When Richard shouts from the back, "For God's sake, Lorraine, we all saw her moving in." The room erupts, half applause, half gasps. And just like that, the tide begins to turn. By the next morning, Simone wakes to a phone buzzing nonstop. Paula's video from the HOA meeting Simone standing tall at the podium while Lorraine Floundershaws gone semi-viral on the neighborhood Facebook group. Hundreds of comments flood in. Finally, someone stood up to her. This is embarrassing for Stratford Drive. And, of course, the occasional huff. New people don't respect standards. Camille, scrolling through her phone at breakfast, grins. Mom, bet you're basically neighborhood famous. Simone chuckles softly, but she can feel the shift. Power's starting to tilt, and Lorraine knows it. By Friday, whispers swirl like summer storms. Paula leans against Simone's porch railing, lowering her voice. There's a petition. Special vote. They want Lorraine out. Simone blinks. Who started it? Paula smirks. Anonymous. But I've got my guesses. By Saturday, flyers hit mailboxes. Special HOA meeting vote of confidence on current President Lorraine Pickford. The air on Stratford Drive grows electric, thick with anticipation. Neighbors huddle in clusters, some defending Lorraine's rules, others rolling their eyes at years of her clipboard crusades. When Thursday arrives, the community center is packed, standing room only. Simone sits near the front, Camille on one side, Paula and Richard on the other, forming a quiet wall of solidarity. Lorraine enters last, chin lifted high, but Simone notices something beneath the bravado, unease. Gary Winston, the soft-spoken HOA vice president, takes the mic. Tonight, we vote on the leadership of this board. Lorraine grabs the podium like a lifeline. For years, I've upheld our community's integrity. Without strict order, this place falls apart. Polite applause scatters like reluctant raindrops. Simone rises next, her voice steady. Rules protect us. Yes, but rules twisted into weapons? That destroys us. Since moving in, I've been accused, harassed, even reported to the police in front of my daughter. That's not leadership. That's intimidation. Silence. Then a voice in the back. She did the same to us. Another chimes in. And us. Last year. Stories ripple outward. Families Lorraine drove off. Fines she fabricated. Humiliation she orchestrated. Lorraine slams her clipboard on the podium. This is a witch hunt. But it's too late. Gary raises his hand. All in favor of removing Miss Pickford as HOA president? Hands rise like a tidal wave. Almost unanimous. Lorraine storms out, muttering into her clipboard like it can rewrite reality. The room exhales, heavy and relieved. Camille squeezes her mom's hand. We did it. Simone smiles softly. No, sweetheart. We all did. The weeks after feel different, lighter. Kids play on bikes again. Neighbors wave more. Simone, once whispered about, now gets cookies from Jorge. Apologies from Melinda. And thanks from strangers at the grocery store. One quiet evening, she and Camille sip tea on the porch as Paula says gently, you didn't just defend yourself. You reminded everyone what community means. Simone breathes in the warm Texas air, smiling. Home isn't just where you live. She says softly, it's where you stand tall. The blinds across Lorraine's house stay drawn. Simone doesn't care. The street belongs to everyone now. And so, Stratford Drive breathes easier. The lawns still shine. Sprinklers still tick. And the sunset still spills amber across rooftops, but something fundamental has shifted. For Simone, this house is no longer just an address on a mortgage statement. It's a promise fulfilled. She came here searching for stability, but what she found was something deeper, a place worth fighting for. The fear Lorraine cultivated for years dissolved slowly, like mist burning off under the morning sun. Neighbors once divided now linger in driveways again, sharing coffee and quiet laughter. Camille pedals down the street, waving to kids who wave back without hesitation. It feels normal, better than normal. Sometimes, though, Simone catches her own reflection in the window and smiles faintly at the quiet strength there. She remembers that first week, the boxes, the glares, the clipboard notes, the sharp sting of being told she didn't belong. And she remembers the choice she made, to stay, to stand tall, and to speak when silence would have been easier. Historians still argue whether courage is born in big moments or built in small ones. But here's the thing Simone now knows. It's both. One quiet decision stacks on another, until one day you realize you've shifted an entire community. The blind across Lorraine's house remains shut, a silent reminder that authority borrowed from fear never lasts. Simone leans back on her porch, the crickets chirping softly around her. This is home, she whispers. Ours. And for the first time, she truly believes it.